What loophole did you exploit mercilessly? Years ago when I was a freshman in college, Papa John's ran a promo for the Super Bowl where, if you called the coin toss correctly, you would get a voucher for a free one-topping pizza. However, the only control in place was you could only enter the contest one time per email address. I created more than 60 emails. Half of them calling heads, half tails. Ate free for 6 weeks. I was also not what you would call healthy in those days. I remember that one. My roommates and I also ate well for a few weeks. There were several vending machines at my school and around town that had an exploitable design flaw. You could take 2 bills and scotch tape them into one long bill, one face up and one face down. When you put the bill in the machine, it would read the first bill correctly and the credit would show up on the machine. Then it would try to read the second, but since it was upside down, it would then spit both bills back out, and I could buy what I wanted with the credit it read from the first bill. Theoretically, could you put a larger bill in, have that be the credit, get a free snack, and then pocket change, so the machine pays you to eat a snack? The coin-operated laundry in our dorm had vertical coin slots, and if you placed the quarters in the fingers of a latex glove, and then placed them in the slots, you could hold the opening of the glove, push the handle in, and then withdraw it with quarters still in the slot. The machine would start, and then simply repeat the process for every load you needed. People at my school would pry the panels off the back of the coin op and touch the wires together until the machine started. Ah yes, hot wiring the apartment washing machine. I remember poverty too. When I was younger I had Family Link on my device. For those of you Harlot and K, now, Family Link is a standard family monitoring app. And one of the things it could do is lock down my phone during bedtime hours. Worse, if I unlock my phone during this time, a screen would pop up that says time for bed, and I couldn't get past said screen until morning. However, young me quickly discovered that the phone needed to be connected to the internet, and I found that if I turned off my Wi-Fi and data, my phone would not lock. Even though I couldn't access the internet, I could still play the games already downloaded to my phone. So young me was a happy camper. As a dad, I'd be pretty proud of this problem solving. Also now I totally know how to make sure my kids don't take advantage of this loophole. I don't know if this counts as a loophole, but when I was in high school my buddy worked at Subway. This was when they had the rewards card that you filled out with stamps, and after 8 subs you got a free one. I guess the employees were supposed to trash them when they were redeemed, but he just put them all in a box. One day he gave me a box full of them, and I ate free subs until they discontinued the rewards card years later. Years ago I was working at a mall. There was a McDonald's in the mall. One of my customers was working at said McDonald's. She kept bringing us filled out cards for free coffee. Let's say I drank a load of coffee working there lol. When I worked at MCD I had a coworker steal the rewards card stamp on their way out when they quit, and then showed up all the time with full rewards cards and nobody ever denied them the free coffee for some reason lol. If you take the survey on the back of the Pope's receipt, you get a free 2-piece and biscuit with the purchase of a drink. And you can take the survey on the back of that receipt to get a free 2-piece and biscuit with the purchase of a drink. And you can take the survey on the back of that receipt to get a free 2-piece and biscuit with the purchase of a drink. And you can take the survey on the back of that receipt to get a free 2-piece and biscuit with the purchase of a drink. And you can take the survey on the back of that receipt. The car wash station near my house. If you put in a quarter it thinks it's a loony, Canada, and I can wash my car for $50 instead of $2. I have been using this method over 4 years. They didn't expect a Canadian to be evil enough to rip them off by $3.50. Edit. 1.50 I can do basic math, my thumbs are just really big I swear. When I worked at Target, I'd buy 2 to 3 games at a time. Some of them I'd play for a few hours before deciding I didn't really care for it. Since the products were open, I couldn't return them to Target. I learned that Walmart would exchange the game for you, no questions asked, without taking the wrapping off the new game. So I'd take my opened games to Walmart, exchange them for unopened games, then take the unopened game back to Target and return it for the full price. or you tell them the game didn't work and they exchange it at Target and then you can return it since you have a sealed game. Last year my local burger chain had a promotion for 1 week where you could get a free order of fries. No strings attached. You went to the online store and there was a free fries item that you could add to the cart. Being a web developer, I took note of the exact network request made when you clicked add to cart. Basically the request looked like postcart itemid 672, where itemid 672 corresponds to the free fries item. Well, after a week, they took the free fries off the menu, but I still had the web request saved, and to my amazement, calling the request directly with the correct item it still added the free fries to the cart. Now, a year later, I've claimed 30 plus orders of free fries, over $100 of value. Every time I go to order from the store I cross my fingers praying it's not been fixed yet, but at this point I'm not sure they ever will address this. Assuming you're making a normal order plus free fries, they're probably still making money and you've ordered from them more than you normally would. Maybe they found a loophole. Hatter, I like this reverse perspective. I've certainly done more business with them since discovering this. And you're correct. The fries are always in addition to a normal order, a burger or two. Plus I always leave a few dollars in the tip jar, just to make up for the free fries. I'm sure that the burger joint still comes out on top. I only do it for the novelty really. Plus it makes for a good story. Local pizza place gave me a coupon for a free up to 3 topping large pizza if I also ordered a $5.99 order of garlic knots. For the last year or so I've called once or twice a month and placed/paid for the order over the phone. I then go in and pick up the pizza. They have yet to actually ask me for the coupon, so I just keep using it and the code keeps working. I did ask the employee if they wanted the coupon early on, but the person at the counter said nah, fudge this place and laughed. I thanked them, left, and never asked again. I usually never took the coupon when I worked in pizza places. Sugar is overpriced anyway. I'll let you keep the coupon. You use it again. We still make money, and you return to order again. Makes sense to me. Wish I could done this. Where I worked you had to turn in the coupon stapled to the receipt confirming it had been paid. A supermarket in my town has a little bar inside of it that's run by the supermarket. They use the same payment system. The supermarket was running a coupon that took $3 off of every purchase, no matter how much money you spent. They were also having a sale at the bar, where pints of locally brewed stout were $1. Typically they'd be about $6. My friend and I bought 3 pints. Total price was $3.21. Tax. Subtract $3 with the coupon. 7-cent pints of really good beer. Went home. Came back with a bucket. Bought 3 at a time. Spent just over $2 for 30 pints of beer. Had a great night. Tried to go back the next day, but they'd caught on and gotten rid of the coupon. On my first year of college we used to go to a nightclub that included 2 consumptions with a ticket. So you paid the ticket and they gave you 2 receipts that you could exchange at the bar for whatever drink you wanted. Well, the receipts were printed with the very same machine model and with the same paper that the library in our college printed the receipt for returned books with. Every Friday we took a lot of books and returned them using the automated system at the library that would give us a receipt for us to prove that the book was returned. Later that night we'd give those receipts to the busy bartender that could not be bothered to check those were real. This went on for months. Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. What are the odds lol? If you work in education and have a EDU address you can almost always get student pricing on services that offer it. Amazon, Spotify, etc. Not only that, I took one course at a university for career enhancement. They gave me a university email. Now getting Prime free for 6 months. You can also purchase a EDU email from eBay for like $2 and get free Amazon Prime and lots of other perks for 6 months. Then just buy a new one every 6 months. One of my students' job had a grossly overpriced kinda Buno vending machine in the break room. One day I accidentally realized it opened like a normal fridge. I've eaten approximately a gazillion kinda Buno in the course of 2 weeks without telling anyone, but my best coworkers. I would do the same thing. Those things are fucking awesome. They don't have Buno bars in my state. And when I discovered them on a trip to Latvia, pre-COVID, and I have snuck a few back home. So yes, I agree. Very awesome. Edit, this was years ago, and I don't plan to do it again. Also thank you kind Reddit user WHarlots aid, they have them at COS. TCO. We didn't have much money when I was a kid, but my mom ended up getting a timeshare at a local resort. It had a huge, amazing pool with a waterfall, hot tub, underwater speakers playing jazz. Basically a kid's dream of a pool. My mom would take me, my siblings, and my friends to swim there all summer long. We even had birthday parties there. Never actually stayed in the resort though. My mom would just say I have a timeshare if anyone ever stopped her. And I guess nobody ever checked if she was actually staying in the hotel lol. When I was a kid we had a holiday park about 10 minutes drive from our house, which had a pool. We used to go there and they never actually checked if you were staying. You could just drive in and go to the pool for free. We went a few times. I once got a card to put in my car window to allow me to park at an event. The wording on the card was vague and just pretty much said I was allowed to park there. I used it while I was in college to park in the closer teacher spots. When I was in college, parking passes were like $500 or something, but the fine for parking without a permit was only like $20 or something. And they didn't know how I was if I parked illegally, since my car wasn't registered with the UNIVers. So they couldn't make me pay anyway. So I parked for free on the rare occasions I drove to campus. Puss. More of a glitch I suppose. But when Redbox first started their app was much less robust than now. My wife discovered if you added a movie to your cart then hit checkout, then back, it would keep the movie in your cart, but change the price to $0. We rented probably 30 movies for free, a few each week, until they finally updated the app. They also used to have free movie codes that worked over and over. After about a year or so they fixed it. 1 GBP equals about 20 SZL. Swaziland currency, but the 1 coin is exactly the same shape and weight of the Swazi L1 coin. Vending machines in the UK would therefore accept L1 coins as one. Let's just say I had many cheap snacks and train/tube tickets. That's a good one. The 101 South Korean coin and the 25-cent US coin are practically the same size and weight too, and full most machines, 101, are worth around 9 cents. So it's a good deal too. Obviously nowhere near as good as the deal you were getting. When I was in high school, my friends and I discovered a horribly unhealthy extreme coupon buy. The store was running a promotion of $99 energy drinks. The same energy drink was simultaneously running a promotion of buy 10 energy drinks, get $10 in store credit. We cleared out 3 stores over a summer break and spent $30. We did this so we could have 3 checkout lanes constantly scanning all of their inventory. When the managers caught on to what we were doing, they would go through the same stages. First they'd make sure we weren't doing anything illegal, make sure they weren't doing anything they could get fired for. Then they'd help us offload their entire stock. The next day we went to try it at a few other stores, but word got out of Discovery and the store shut the promotion down. I drank so much amp that summer. I remember staying up for 2 days running on nothing but amp and Doritos. We were out in the desert building jumps for our bikes in the Phoenix's heat. I threw up, went home and slept for like 16 hours, and gave away the last of my energy drink loot. To this day the thought of drinking an amp makes me feel uneasy. A Walmart near my place accidentally marked a specific flavor of beef jerky as $1. I bought 70 bags over a week until they fixed it. This happened with apple juice, normally 65 marked as 16, bought loads and made see idea. What's wrong old man? You mad cause we got all this apple juice? Not me but a customer of the store I worked at. Every week I would get a smoothie maker returned. Every week. Same model. After a few weeks of the service desk giving them to me, I asked why. Do you give me one of these every week? They said they didn't know. We had a no questions asked return/exchange policy as long as you had your receipt. I found out it was the same person returning it every week. Then as I dug further, it was the same customer. Harlow Town, the burrito shop in the same plaza we were in. I saw him in the store one day and I asked him, hey, if the smoothie maker breaks after a week, why do you keep getting the same one? To which he replied, it makes the consistency of the beef perfect. Give that man a medal, cause he had balls of steel for that one, lol. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.